about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the San Francisco 49ers. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Taking in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And they'll begin by running the option. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
5 yards remain on second down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Niners march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And some space here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Brady gives this to White. The pickup there, 5 yards.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They go right back to White here on 1st down. And space tough to come by there as they get maybe a yard to the 37. This defense for the Niners, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Miller in motion right. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Play action. Now it's Brady. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. the touchdown. It's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete to Otten. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Taken down at the 42.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Slot man moves right. To throw on 2nd and 6. Brady. He's got Otten. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go up the middle with White, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. He's got Otten on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they get Tristan Wirfs, 1st-round pick in 2020. Miller in motion right. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Miller in motion right. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go now.
The Lance going to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
And cycle.
Here's Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, able a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here's the option. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a 1st down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. White again.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's a toss right side with White. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
A tremendous pursuit that time for the middle linebacker position. He had to cover a lot of ground to get in and make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll pitch it out to White. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Leonard Fournette stops short of the marker on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside, but he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Let's go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Ready, break. Blue strike. Snap, red. Let's go. Go set. Set.
To throw, it's Lance. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
They went with the ever-popular RPO on that play, and what they often tell their receivers, as soon as you get the ball, you've got to be like a punt return. You've got to make the first guy miss on your own, because if you do, big plays like that can result. He went a long way before they caught him.
Ready.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And they'll get him down right around the 16. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Black Ultra.
Now Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Yo, the game really won't let me call timeout. Incredible.
The kick by Gold is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The final shot before half for Brady. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Brady. And it's caught. Tompkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Brady. And this is caught by Evans.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
To throw, Huntley. Going across the formation, there's Otten with it.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. First down, here's White. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Brady. And his throw is incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's Brady.
This one taken in by Otten.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line.
Now back to the ground game with White.
And he'll find his way down right around the 12.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Opting to run again here with White. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Here's Brady to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Gets it out wide to Davis Price.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Throwing now is Lance. Drops this underneath for Davis Price.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Lance now on first down. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Lance going to hold on to it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. And Lance now to throw. And Graham on the grab. Touchdown 49ers. Jimmy Graham, 62 yards. And the Niners will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side here with White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Brady now to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Returnable here from the 38. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Ready.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Okay, right?
Give to Davis Price up the middle here. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Lance's throw caught by Gray. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Here we go, here we go.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Davis Price on 1st and 10.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Davis Price will try to pick it up.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter. But the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Ty Davis Price with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your number one cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Brady gives this to White, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. On play action, now Brady. This is intercepted.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
To the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
23 yards on the play. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Play action. Now it's Brady. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste.
To the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Gold with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. and never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows, you may meet up with this team again.
They run straight ahead here with White. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Shavarius Ward in on the tackle.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Niners, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.